election, right?
On a serious note, Wick, the greatest disparity in Pennsylvania I saw was in Media, Pennsylvania, where it was just the affluent neighborhood of Media, Pennsylvania was like Harris signs, and like the working neighborhoods was Trump signs, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, they're gonna bring back the black powder on this."
But I don't see it in the ABC map. Who is calling Georgia?
I don't see that yet.
Oh shit! Let me put my phone away.
The rest of the nation is gonna get it figured out once Oregon turns blue, dog. We're gonna rally, all right? Once that happens, we're gonna bring it home for the rest of us, right?
I see Missouri and Iowa. I don't see Georgia.
Yeah, I don't see Georgia.
Like 3 different ones.
Who's calling Georgia? Can you?
Holy shit! Alabama just went blue. No.
Virginia 71% in right now. 30,000 vote difference. Throwing that out there.
So close.
It's really weird that Alabama wouldn't go blue because all the cousin fuckers. You think they would be on board for abortion?
What the hell is in
Let me make
Virginia
some money.
that's
Let me
voting
make some money.
Republican?
$5 from Artemis Fowl. How is that Iowa poll looking at this point, Wick?
Oh, I already made that point, Artemis. You can settle down, buddy.
Okay.
I would ride that poll, Artemis.
$5. The reason Trump is winning is because you underestimated the true American patriots. God bless America. Thank you for the $5. Okay. Look, gang, if you want to reward me, give me money. We have, I hope, covered this fairly. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not happy, but it is what it is. And we will, at the end of the day, we are all Americans.
Look, I just want to point out.
Tessie, you're Canadian. So
I just want to point out the fucking like bar on this stream is looking a lot like this election right now. We have a lot reporting, but not a lot of results coming through. You guys need to get on that fucking like button, bro. What's going on?
They should.
I just wanted to point out, it's true that we're all Americans, but some of us win elections.
Lessons, though, for $2. What if Trump wins the popular vote? Then
Well,
what?
some of us don't try to cheat out of me.
That is indicative, right?
Kind of like you're going to do the Animal Farm quote, you know, we're all Americans, but some are more American than others.
That's true.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. That's 2 beers from now. We got that's coming later. Yeah. That's for Wick. That's for Wick after dark.
Georgia's tightening up as Gwinnett comes in.
I'm a weird moderate. Apparently, I vote for the loser. This will be my third time voting for the person who lost if Trump wins again.
I think it's indicative of your bad political takes. That's what I think it is.
I think America's lost its way, and for some reason, you all want to gravitate on the wrong direction. But all right, I guess we can go the roundabout way through history.
Don't we decide what the right direction is?
Yeah, in fairness, I agree with you.
We'll go your way for a while. It's just going to come back around.
Brother, sometimes
we get it. Bacon will eventually be $100 a pack again.
Only 28% of Americans say we're on the right track right now, and 43% of voters in exit polling data are saying that Trump can get us back on the right track from where we are now. So.
That 28% is the right percent. All right. That other 82, or whatever the fuck that is, 72%, they're dumb. They're uneducated. They didn't go to college like me.
I can say that we're not on the right track and still be like, hey, like some of this shit is giga cringe from like a lot of different directions. It's like,
I want to rub one thing in just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Just one thing. One thing in a little bit.
It's your night. Go ahead.
Okay.
This is exactly what Kamala was
Here's what's
talking
going to happen.
about. Okay.
Here's what's going to happen, okay? Are you ready? Trump's going to win.
Okay.
And then Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito are both going to retire.
Oh, nice.
And Trump's going to put in like some 2 30-year-olds or something. And like the originalists are going to control the court for the next 25 years.
Oh man, that'd be so satisfying. Because I love that originalist 2A interpretation.
Satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, like
Matt Gaetz,
think of it,
Supreme Court Justice.
Like, listen. Like, what is a better interpretation of originalist intent than I don't know 2A when they go, hey, they had artillery, and the part of a well-functioning militia means the average person should have artillery. I'm excited for that interpretation. Like that
Trump's
is something
closing
that we
in
need.
on Michigan.
And how American is it for an adult to date minors, right?
oh my god.
I need a howitzer.
American is never mind.
Yeah, let's not touch that on Twitch.
All I'm saying, right?
Yeah, let's not touch minors on Twitch.
Everyone who came at me for defending Biden and saying I was a Biden dead ender, I'll be accepting your apologies, right? Throughout the week. Whenever you feel like it, whenever you've decided to stop
why I
malding,
love
you can come to me and you
That's
can
why I love you.
apologize, and I'll be gracious. Okay,
I
I'll
love you
accept
so
it.
much for
I will
this.
take it. That'll be fun.
Wait.
Trump
I
took
got one more
Michigan
thing.
with you for just a moment.
I got one more thing to rub in real quick. New York
Go ahead.
Times is putting it more likely at 0.8% more. So not all that much, but more likely that Trump gets the popular vote.
With these
He's
results,
taking Michigan right
that
now.
doesn't surprise
He's up in
me.
Michigan.
Listen, we shouldn't be cheering for Gen Z Supreme Court justices quite yet.
Oh
okay?
my god!
But they are going to bring the Riz, Fairy Queen. They're going to bring the Riz to the Supreme Court.
Bro, where
Wonder how
were
many
you
Democrats will
when
storm
they
into the Capitol
established
building to delay the
Liberty
certification
versus
of
Michigan? Like,
So 27% of the
I
vote
figured
left.
that would go unanswered.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Cowards.
You got.
I said, I wonder how many Democrats are going to storm into the Capitol building on January 6th to delay the certification.
They're going to burn down a whole bunch of buildings.
None.
Yeah, I promise you
Yeah,
that.
they-
Zero. Hey, I'm going to make this big prediction. I don't think there's going to be a lot of riots.
look, the
rioting, party, the party
There's one thing Dems like to do. It's
when they lose, they're going to
I'm
win.
saying tonight, okay? That might happen later, but
Not tonight.
I
No,
Can we get this entered into the history books right now? That the liberal lefty outrage over January 6th was just dick envy, really, which is penis size envy.
It was the blatant disregard and disrespect for the Constitution and the voters in this country. That was
Exactly,
what
which
really
is what
bothered me.
BLM and everybody wanted to do, but they're too pussy to do
Yeah,
it, so they
even
burned
white
down
people
a
on the
night.
Side of BLM, I hate that shit too. The riots were fucking
You can
stupid.
hate it, but that's what they wanted to take over the government and everything, but they're scared, so they go after Coach and fucking
Who the
Gucci.
fuck are you talking to?
Audacity.
Are
That
they
might
in
be
the room
the-
right now?
That might be the most base thing I've ever heard in my life. Audacity.
Yeah, man, I'm like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
easy to sound base when you just like line straw man up against the wall and
I'm not
punch them in
liking
the
how it's
face.
looking. I'm not liking how it's looking. At
Look, it's not
hold
personal,
on,
man. I'm just
FYI.
saying.
Just FYI.
Yeah,
We're
but
gonna
what
take
you're
a
just
brief-
saying is just stupid.
Yeah, we're gonna take
Yeah,
a
of course.
brief
Well,
intermission
yeah,
at
look
11
at my
o'clock
name.
because I am going on Dylan Burns' stream to talk to him.
Oh,
We're not gonna end
Dylan!
the stream, but I am going to be going on Dylan Burns' stream to give my.
Can you
takes.
give him a big
minutes, 30 minutes.
internet kiss
So
for
I
me?
just want
in
to
about
point
30
out there,
minutes. So we're not gonna end
70
stream. I'll be streaming it too, but you know.
74% of Texas is in right now. Ted Cruz is up by 10 points.
Yeah.
If he wins
Shout out.
9 more points at all, he wins the race outright. So this guy pretty much has to sweep almost every other vote of the 26% that's not in, and to win at this point. I'm surprised it's not called.
Well,
Shout
Rick,
out
thank
Dylan
you for
Burns.
the platform. I'm gonna go spend some time with my wife, I think.
Enjoy.
Have a good night, everybody. Gibbs, I love you forever.
Be well.
Have a
So
good
that's not
night.
Bob.
I love
Everyone
you.
who's getting all upset
Drive
or
safe.
mad right now, calm down. It'll be
There's
okay.
no need to be mad.
There's
I'm
no need
furious.
to panic.
I'm pissed right the fuck off.
Yeah, you can be pissed. You can be upset. That's fine. You can be emotional. That's fine. But don't
Tell me
do
how to
anything
handle
weird.
it, Wick. I'm one of your fucking biggest fans, and I need a fucking shoulder to cry on right now.
Here you go,
mad.
buddy. Here you go.
We'll get them in 2028. That's how this works. We'll get 'em in 2028.
Hey, Decision Desk just called
I
GA
fucking
for
love
Trump.
you, dude.
Yeah.
This decision desk called what?
GA for Trump.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
That's it.
Ooh.
Didn't Decision Desk also say Trump had like 88 million votes a minute ago?
I don't know anything about that.
I was watching fucking.
We could wake up. Like, this isn't over. Again, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin.
Yeah, we have until Saturday.
If Harris takes all three, there's a chance. There's a chance.
Trump wins 3 of 5
not
electoral
looking good,
votes
bruv.
right now. He took 3 of 5.
I mean, I think it's looking real good. What do you mean? America, so far, it looks like democracy and freedom are winning. That's what
Why-
I'm
Why are
saying.
you freaking out? We have until Saturday. We're gonna be fine.
next Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first Saturday of December.
If it keeps up, we won't even have to wait for Pennsylvania. That's what I'm hoping for. It just needs to keep
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah, the founding fathers thought the same thing, but whatever.
See, this is why it's great to be a moderate, because you argue with both sides, so no matter who wins the election, I got some people to go make fun of. Like,
Oh yeah, right. Like everybody else just stays poor. Like I'm happy.
I mean,
hold on. Speak for yourself. I always do what's best for me. Come on.
If we're taking history as any indication, I think that really we could wait until the 6th of January, where libs will have the opportunity to do the funniest thing in American history.
Yeah, Ash, you can't see it right now, but I'm putting my fingertips together listening to you.
Decision Desk also just called North Carolina for Trump as well.
A third House seat flipped in favor of the GOP.
Whoa, third House seat.
Listen, so breaking news: Utah is red.
Fuck.
Yeah. Wait, Utah's red. Did you hear what I said, Wick?
Third House seat.
No, Decision Desk just called North Carolina
I
as well.
heard that.
Yeah, so 3 House seats in North Carolina flipped all GOP from Democrat.
God damn it! Fuck.
It's
yeah. It's looking like a full sweep
It
house.
sounds like it's a referendum on the Biden administration.
No, damn it! America just hates women of color. And
Yeah, well, what does that truth have to do with the Biden administration?
it just is what it is. The whole reason. All right. I'm not going to explain it any further. Don't go silent.
No, it's all right.
he had that spotlight on him. He's like, nah, I'm not continuing
that's
down
it.
this
I
road.
can just leave it there.
It's a rough one, gang. It's a rough one, but we get through it.
I was pondering that privilege.
Gang, I'm older, so a lot of my younger listeners,
Really?
right? I know I'm like 41 years old. It's crazy.
Fuck off.
A lot of my younger listeners might be listening to this, and they might be looking at these, and they might be panicking right now. They might be thinking the worst in the world right now. Gang, we've lost before. We'll lose again. You get back up. You get back on that horse. You figure out what you did wrong. You fix it, and you move on. That's what you do. You look at it at 2004.
Yes.
2004, when we lost, Kerry lost to Bush. We thought we had it in the bag.
bro.
Okay, 2004. I remember we thought there's no way Bush can win. Bush is a warmonger. Blah 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 blah. These wars are deeply unpopular. Blah 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 blah. Right? We kind of gassed ourselves up with that. It wasn't true, but that's what we thought. And then we were shocked when Bush shellacked Kerry. Right?
Well,
let me finish my rant, and then you can go. I promise. Okay. We got back up. We figured out what we did wrong. 2008, we came back. Boom, Obama, got it. 2012, got it. 2016, we got shellacked again. It was a close one, razor thin. We figured out what we did wrong. We fixed it. We got Biden. We lost this time. Looks like. We might not have, right? I'm not calling it quite yet, but it's not looking good. Okay? Figure out what went wrong. Try again. That's what we do.
I would like to let a person of color go first, if they would.
Brave.
Yeah. So as a representative of the people of the color, I just wanted to say that I think that the problem with your messaging, Wick, and the Democrats' messaging generally, it just didn't appeal to me. Okay, that was the problem. So next time, maybe do more of what Trump did, because I mean he's doing great amongst the people of color.
I honestly think that a lot of people thought a lot of people saw the extremist takes of remove the filibuster, pack the courts, etc. I do think that turned off a lot.
Do not keep doing what Trump
did.
did.
Do you want me to actually? Okay, my actual answer, like if you want my actual take as to what I think like you guys did wrong. I think that there was a lot of the ads seemed like transparently, what's the word? Like pandering, right? Transparently pandering to like certain demographics in a way that just didn't come across as authentic. I think the biggest takeaway was there was a major authenticity problem throughout the entire campaign. And I think that there was way too much focus on things that people generally didn't care about. I mean, January 6th. The Project 2025. I mean, those narratives were just simply ineffective in the face of what I think was much more
had
more
Destiny
effective.
released his January 6th video, We could have been looking at a different map.
I don't
tonight.
think so. I don't
But
think
you know, man, we would have convinced 156,000 more people. Like, fuck off with that.
Well, you
shit.
know what's interesting though. I will say this. So Modi, I don't know if y'all know Modi. He's another streamer, but he's not a political guy, right? He said the most interesting thing about his stay here in America when he was here for 6 weeks staring at me was the commercials, right? One was the medical commercials where they list all the shit that's bad at the end, right? I guess they don't do that in the UK. The other was how like the two campaigns, like they would have these ads because he's here during election season. He's like, I can't believe like what they're saying about like Trump. Like they would be like, oh, Trump Project 2025, and then he was like, well, I'm watching this on my phone, and I see I go look at TikTok because it's listening to what I watch, and he goes, oh, it shows Trump going, yeah, I don't believe it's Project 2025.
Okay.
And if like a no knowledge voter can come to that conclusion, think about what the average voter is coming to.
I'm going to give you some hope.
Well, he's not a voter.
Democrats in my audience, I'm going to give you a little hopium.
There we go.
I don't think we've lost Wisconsin. I really don't.
Yeah?
I don't think y'all lost Wisconsin.
I don't think we lost Michigan.
Oregon's going to bring it home for us, baby.
I don't think we lost any of these three.
So
if we hold, we can still do this.
Let's you guys are talking about the election and what Democrats
That's true, right? And $5 from In Pursuit of Knowledge. This election is a vote for polarization of political ideologies. The Trump cult is radical, and the Jill Stein Palestine votes are disgusting.
Also,
but you gotta fucking
hold on, let me jump in here.
From that norm.
Let me jump in here real quick. Because it wasn't about messaging. We can see a clear line in the favorability polls, and also it was not about messaging. You can see 3 different events that happened during the Biden presidency that shot his popularity down. The Afghanistan withdrawal, about 3 months into inflation after he denied it, said it was transitory, was going to go away. He had a bunch of Nobel laureate economists all saying the same things and backing him, and he was completely wrong, took zero responsibility on it. And the third event, I can't remember right now. This is my Rick Perry moment, so... But that being said, it was all with the border. It was his intended asylum policy on the border to loosen up a specific restriction of asylum, let 6 million people in that flooded left-wing cities. Eric Adams complained about it. The guy, Mayor of Chicago, I can't remember his name right now, complained about it. These were the things that actually drove this administration to lose, and this is a referendum on the Biden administration. The messaging had very little to do with it. Nobody cared.
One of the biggest I'm kind of in agreement with that because the Trump campaign argues issues from the American perspective. These things affect you as an American because. And the Biden, like, the Democrat fucking feel I was getting of everything right now is just these are international issues and we have to care about them because. That doesn't hit home personally enough. I don't give a shit if Israel wipes Palestine off the map.
Hey, we got a little good news. Virginia is looking. Oh, I'm just saying. Virginia is looking a little better. I am less scared about Virginia. We are at 2% lead. We still got a good amount coming out that have been reported in Fairfax, and there's not much left to count, right? So.
Wait, Trump's ahead 3%. What are you talking about?
In Virginia?
Come on.
Oh, sorry, Pennsylvania. I think you said Pennsylvania.
No, Virginia.
Yeah. Virginia's. I said from the beginning. I think Virginia's.
Virginia Beach and Chesapeake Bay.
Pennsylvania, yes, but we still got Montgomery County out. We still got We're only at 67% reporting in Philadelphia County, right?
Biden wins were in the thousands.
It's going to be
Biden wins were in the thousands.
So
Pennsylvania will be razor close. Whoever wins is going to win by like 10,000, 20,000 votes.
Please be realistic.
I kind of harken back to what we were talking about before this. It was that the streets have been talking, man. For the last week, I've been talking to my cousins, coworkers, getting what the black folks is talking about, and they're heavily voting Trump. A lot of them are voting Trump. They don't trust the Democrats no more. They're like, we're fuck it.
That whole swap. That whole swap and just giving us Kamala and forcing it down, that wasn't a good play. I don't know how anyone thought that was just going to work. That put a bad taste in everyone's mouth from the beginning, and that was a hard one to get out.
It's almost like I said that.
Yeah, like a lot of us said that.
I agree.
Listen, heard it before you.
I don't think any
will win.
It was my idea.
I haven't seen a single person support Kamala outside of
co-host is trying to get in here.
Wait, but Majan, why do you say that? What are the reasons that are given for that?
There's no trust in the Democratic Party. It's just been a long time. People are still struggling. It's one thing doesn't work. Yeah, when one thing doesn't work for so long, right? And Democrats for a long time have used the black vote, be like, hey, get out there and vote for shit as long as I've been an adult, right? And we haven't seen anything.
So
Democrats just get backlash. Is literally what happened?
And even at this point, real quick, Tiberius.
Sure.
Even at this point, like, when we're starting to see some of these more liberal people kind of show their true colors and stuff like that, it's even more like, hey, we don't want to support you guys. We're not even allowed in your world. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons why we're seeing that. All I know is tomorrow is going to be one hell of a birthday.
Is it your birthday tomorrow?
Yes, it is November 6th.
For real?
Congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
This is going to be
There's
one
light in the darkness.
Dude, tomorrow is America's hangover. All right, let's be real. It's going to suck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I got to go for a minute. I'll probably be back later, but I love all of you, and if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here, regardless of what side you're on. I'm Audacity. I'm impartial. You're all beautiful, man. Majin especially.
Real quick before you leave, make sure you keep the funny looking Goku pictures coming. All right.
Oh, yeah. Yes, my man's a follower. Thank you. All right, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Here, praise God, free Palestine. I'm out of here.
So
I got a question for you.
Yep. What's up?
So what? This is the narrative I need to fix up in the equation in my head. What is the general turnout numbers? Are we looking at something even bigger than 2020 or smaller? Yeah. Like how many people are actually showing the fuck up?
We've only dove into the swing states, but from what we're seeing in Georgia, especially some of the rural counties we dove into, Kamala Harris is performing a little bit under Biden, but not by much. And Trump is seeing massive spikes in turnout. I think Wick brought up 5 in a row, and in 3 of them, we saw Trump's turnout just gain with that same district. So at least in those states.
So somehow, like, Republicans have tapped into rural voters on levels that no one thought possible. Is that really what's going on here?
That might be it. I think we were talking about this before you got here. There's the sleeping bear of the non-voter, and this election is how much did either inflation or abortion tap into that sleeping giant non-voter. And it looks like in a lot of cases, especially with young women, there's a lot of young women first-time voters coming out, but also we have a lot of non-voters probably pissed off about compounding inflation. And though you can give the Biden administration a lot of credit for stopping the bleeding, even after they denied inflation for a year, they did slow it back down. All that compound inflation is still there, unaddressed, and it's fucking hurting people. So I could see that being more of a reason than anything.
All right.
Yeah, Trump sucks. He's not drawing more people out.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out. It's like, did Democrats just not show up, the broader part of the coalition, or was it Republicans have actually flipped people?
Republicans are flipping,
and I think
especially
Trump does bring people out. Trump does bring people out. I think I disagree with that statement.
Like I said, from what we checked, turnout is up where Trump succeeds, and
there's also
seems to be somewhat either stagnant or down where Kamala and Biden and the Democrats generally succeed.
If he wins the popular vote, by the way, like, I know people are already complaining that some Republicans and other people are not being magnanimous, but Trump is going to be on another level of, like, outrageous if he gets the popular vote.
Well,
the electoral.
Remember
it's going to be hilarious.
How Bush acted after Al Gore, right? During the 2000, he didn't win the popular vote, but when he won the popular vote in 2004, just check the difference there. Right? And then put Trump onto that. And you can make your own,
glorious.
Also, before we got here, Tiberius, we were talking about Florida a lot. There's 2 bellwether districts. One's Osceola County, 2/3 Hispanic. Trump has never won that district, and his recent win in this district, this cycle, shows he's probably gaining with Hispanics, and we're seeing that in other states as well now. So this was early predictor, but it's kind of panning out. And another one a couple districts away is Pasco County, which is full of Rust Belt retirees, and Trump won that district by 6 points over his 2020 margin. So that shows that he's probably going to do pretty damn good in the Rust Belt this time around.
A lot of Puerto Ricans for Trump in Massachusetts.
So I just gotta. I haven't done it in a little while. I haven't done it in a little while. I just really want to. Poly Market. I haven't done it. Wait, I haven't done it in so long. You got to give me 94% for Trump, 6% for Kamala.
Wow! You should take a shot for every time you mention the poly market.
Yeah, and then New York Times has an 87% chance of victory for Trump, and an estimate that Trump is going to get the popular vote by 1%.
Yikes!
Can I ask if anybody like watching this on a different screen? I'm just looking up like on Twitter. Destiny at like 9:00 called it and said that Harris is winning.
Yeah.
Does anybody know why that he's making that call? Even Pisco's not saying that right now.
He's in cahoots with the deep state.
Because there's a study that said if you believe that your candidate will win, you can like round up about 10% more people to vote.
He's manifesting right now.
That's what I was talking about. If people believe the candidate will win, there's like a 10% increase in voters.
There is.
I remember this. No, I remember this.
No, there's an increase.
No, but this was after polls closed. He said it's over. I'm calling it. Harris wins. This was like right after like Harris like was ahead in like several of the swing states or whatever. And there was like a period of time in which she was ahead, and then now she's not.
He's right though. There is that study. If you project you're going to win, if people think your candidate's going to lose, there's a lower chance they'll go out and vote for a candidate that is losing.
Here's like this is why this is why I was very popping bubbles, right? Where I was saying let's look and let's check the individual counties. Where is turning out when they're ahead and where is not when they're behind, right? Like who is actually reporting in. That matters, right? So if you can look like for a while, North Carolina, Biden was ahead for quite a while. But if you looked at it, where was he ahead? Where was reporting in? Yeah, it just, again, the rural counties hadn't reported in yet. And it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you.
Russell Brand with a MAGA hat is not what I ever expected to see. This is insane.
It just shows the broadening of the Republican Party. They are the party of the people.
Hang on. So here's something really strange.
Insane.
Well, but like it's kind of weird, right? Like there was a documentary that I haven't seen that I want to see that talks about like the Bernie bro to MAGA pipeline. Like it is a thing. Like there are people who are communists for Trump. Like it's very strange.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't really understand.
It's not only
why.
that.
Look at the Puerto Ricans for Trump. Look at all the Muslims and the Arabs that are voting for Trump.
Just real quick. It's not only that. There is. I know. I have in my family, in my circle, there are people who voted for Trump today who would have voted for Bernie had Bernie been on the ticket. They're populists.
I voted for Bernie. I was a Bernie guy in 2016. I just voted for Trump. I literally am that.
It's just my opinion.
I also voted for Bernie in 2016.
I think it's because they're different.
Did you really? I knew you were a socialist.
I think that movie.
I
think Trump having a movie being released about him 4 days before the election didn't hurt, and that movie looks fucking sick too. The Apprentice.
Oh, is that good? I wanted to watch that.
It looks fucking great. It looks great.
So right now, Kamala Harris, there's 11 points left in Georgia, unspoken for. Trump is up by 3. So that means Kamala Harris has to win 8 of the 11 points left in Georgia to take the state. A lot of her powerhouses are running out of fucking votes.
Yeah, we only got 10% left in Fulton and 11% in DeKalb. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see it.
Tyler's smiling ear to ear. Why?
I made a prediction that Trump was going to win, and I want to be right.
Oh, okay.
I don't give a shit.
All right.
Hey, real quick, I gotta head out. Wick, I appreciate you letting me jump on. Everyone, hope you all have a good night, and I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of shit talking tomorrow or the next coming days.
Hell yeah!
And I'll see you guys then.
A ton of shit talk. I'm waiting actually for Dylan to send me his link or whatever. And I will have to briefly pause that. We might be back, we might not. But it's gonna be a.
I wonder what's the factor if you might be back or might not.
Am I off the hook? Can I go play Rust?
The Harris admin.
No, it's gonna be my feels. It's my feels. It really is. It's how up I am. I did prepare to stay up till like 2 a.m. tonight. So, we are here for a good while. But, we'll see how it goes.
Over here, I'm
he
just
might not.
watching New
Look,
Jersey.
I don't know what Dylan's stream. Maybe he ended early in disgust. I don't know. I haven't seen. Right, like I told him to leak me his Discord, but he hasn't yet. So we'll see. But it's a rough one. But here's my coping mechanism: is I'm going to just go all in on Biden would have won. Fuck all of you, right? And that's how
I guess we'll never know.
feel.
I mean, if only he had the chance to run, but somebody, I don't know who it was. There were some people that made sure that couldn't happen, huh?
Hey, just so everyone knows, Arizona's already 51% in.
Oh no, it's red, isn't it?
It's neck and neck, but 0.1 red.
Yo, it's gonna be crazy when California goes red this year, bro.
Yeah, that's
Mexico. New Mexico is 70%.
I mean, some people were calling Texas was going to go blue on some of these things, and I was just like, y'all got to be fucking kidding me. Like,
Didn't I tell you that a few
But
months ago?
here's the deal, gang.
Maybe, probably.
And I know this is copium. I know this is like hope springs eternal. Harris can lose Nevada. Harris can lose Arizona. If she wins Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Virginia, he wins 270 to 268.
Yeah, she wins Texas. She doesn't have to win anything else.
Like I'm just looking at this general trend line. He's up like 3 points across the nation. Like
it's not. This is a Hail Mary, okay?
Yeah, okay, that's
right.
fair.
Like this is like a Hail Mary. I wouldn't put money on it. I'm just saying this is a it can happen. It's not impossible. But yeah, it needs to, right?
So polls just closed in Washington, California, Oregon, and Idaho. That means I think everything's in now.
Yeah, I wonder where those states are going to go.
Yeah. Well, Idaho.
Idaho is a solid red state.
Yeah, Nevada. I mean, Nevada's a swing. And Oregon showed some things.
No, Oregon's going blue. There's no way.
There's a lot of
Oregon might go red. I'm so
There's
serious.
no way. There's no way.
You gotta realize the only three cities.
Oregon
Hear me out.
not going red.
The only three
way.
cities that make Oregon blue is Portland, Salem, and Eugene.
California called at 0%.
The rest of Oregon is red as fuck. Okay, one of those cities turn over. Salem is possible, and Portland is never going to turn blue or turn red. That's never going to happen. But Eugene is very rural, is a college town. Absolutely possible. Salem, yeah, same thing. It's just very podunky. I can see those two cities turning red. I can see it.
California and Washington have both been called.
Yeah,
makes sense. Doesn't matter.
Go look up the map. I'm telling you, it's crazy when you look at Oregon's like political voting structure. It's crazy.
Honestly, like if you're a Republican, you're probably just feeling good about the Senate and the House right now enough. Like if Trump doesn't win, you've already got enough of a victory to not sulk.
Well, it's those people who are in the rural areas. I think Wick was talking about this earlier. People in rural areas are having a bigger turnout, especially it looks like in blue states. I'm from New Jersey originally. I'm from South Jersey, area that's not dominated by concrete jungles. It's mostly horse farms and cow shit and hay fields and stuff like that. And those people don't really like voting, right? They're out in the middle of nowhere or places that feel like they're out in the middle of nowhere. They like to pretend to be Southern. And I'm looking at the poll numbers there. It's just like there's a lot of those margins. They're not red where you would expect them to be red. They're just thinner where I would expect them to be huge.
Pause. Like kings and queens. I do have to jump for about an hour. I love you.
Believe in us.
Streamers, do not go away. Stream watchers, we're going to jump onto Jillen's chat here. Give me 1 second as we transition.
Yo, Lactoid, check your DMs.
Also, Lactoid and I are going to be jumping out as well for now. Y'all be good.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Just later.
Take her easy.
Yep.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Oh boy,
So,
this
Tyler.
Yep.
Lou.
Yo, what's up? I'm getting moved around. I don't know what's going on.
A lot of failure right there. Don't judge me for what I just did. First I almost ended the stream together. Then I fucked up in the Discord there. Don't worry about it. All right. Sociologic, how you doing?
Yeah,
I'm here.
You should have gone with the Trump train. I mean, look, you could have been on the winning side.
It could have been.
If it makes you,
Trump rewards those who vote for him.
True, he rewards them.
If it makes you guys feel better, I'm anti-Kamala.
I mean, it's a step.
That's one way.
Listen, we're trying to convert you over here. Like, listen, Lactoid finally came out of the closet as he used to be a socialist, and now
I've been open about that for a long time.
You know what? I didn't know that, but now my predictions about Lactoid even make more sense. When I call him a socialist, his background is socialism with Bernie.
I used to be a tanky. Okay, I used to be a tanky.
Oh, wow, that's even worse.
And then I moved to like a socialist, and then I moved to like kind of like a libertarian kind of, and then more libertarian, and now I'm like a right-leaning libertarian. So that's been my trend.
I'll tell you, you want to know my trend was I went from extreme religious right to fuck all that to like Texas individual liberty right, and then I went to like economic right. Raw hedonism is the way to go.
I'll be completely honest. If you remove the Palestine-Israel thing, right? And which would then remove the rhetoric towards Muslims, Trump would be an easy vote.
All right. Okay. So you
just got to remove these two. You got to remove these two things as the stigma that's given, and the rhetoric towards Israel. As an American, I don't like how that feels. Even if I wasn't like a Palestine guy, just the whole Israel rhetoric, it just feels very weird coming from both parties.
I think we might actually have President Trump calling in here soon.
I think so, yeah.
Get Ty in here.
Yeah, in a second. Yeah, like let's see if Trump wants to call in now real quick.
This is gonna be so sick. We're gonna have Elon Musk and Ron Paul cutting our government. This is gonna be the most base thing. Oh God, I hope it happens.
Wait, you already voted, so it doesn't matter, and we already know who you're like.
He may or may not be.
It's not going to be that based, right?
Hold on. I already voted.
Part of the government isn't going to be like an amazing thing.
Well, no, hold on. I follow Elon for a while now, and look, you're right. I already voted, and so don't. Everything I'm going to say, there's no reason why I have to fluff anything or insert any puffery. I am if Elon Musk and Ron Paul get on board with some kind of like government accountability office, and they actually have the ability to either cut things or make recommendations to have things cut, and Trump listens to them. I am excited about that prospect.
Why? Why though? What does Elon know about government enough to like? And I mean that like in the most legitimate way. I guess Trump's running for president, so what do you need to know about like? What does Elon know about government enough to run a Doge? Really? Department of Government Efficiency?
It's because I understand. It seems like a meme, but like he leans somewhat libertarian. The fact that he's willing and wants to work with Ron Paul gives me hope, right? I mean, you have because if you know anything about Ron Paul, I mean, this is the guy that like libertarians have wanted in power going back since since the 80s, really, and he's made an effort to reach out to him. That is incredible, right? And even Trump, to his credit, he showed up to the Libertarian Convention, and it was an unfriendly environment. They were booing him, and he stood there and he made his case, something that the Democrats just didn't do.
And they awarded him and endorsed him. Some of the Libertarian parties endorsed him.
Yeah, well, yeah. And so, and because it takes guts. It takes guts to show up and make your case, and to also say, look, we're going to include you in the conversation. And some of the proposals he's made are overtly libertarian, right? Cutting taxes on tips, cutting taxes on overtime, perhaps removing taxes on income generally, right? And then, of course, you have some anti-libertarian proposals, too. I mean, he's not a libertarian, of course.
Yeah.
But there is, some things about it that do excite me, and I'd like
You're never going to get a libertarian, so you get the closest thing. Okay. I guess that makes a little bit more sense then.
Yeah. So I think, the Ron Paul thing really, I think, solidified a lot of my, oh shit, this is pretty awesome.
Oof. Either way, tomorrow, I have the next 2 days off, so I'm just going to, bask in whatever, because either way it goes doesn't really matter much to me, but tomorrow's going to be a shit show. It is going to be an absolute fucking shit show.
People are going to be very pissed. Frankly, tomorrow, especially if this is called, I would be a little bit uncomfortable wearing any kind of merchandise outside. I mean, you don't know what people are going to do.
You really don't. And then they're going to feel it as like antagonistic depending on who won. Man, if Trump wins, though, I don't know if it's going to be like, if the rioters would outweigh the fucking Trump just like parades. They're going to be in the streets heavy.
No, I think if Trump wins, you're going to see it be much more the case of the anti-Trump people out in the streets protesting or rioting. I think that's going to be a much greater percentage. And I think a big part of that is just because Trump voters tend to be rural. That's like I think most of it, right?
I don't know from like, so I'm in Massachusetts. I'm in Springfield. It's not like the biggest city, but like, I mean, everywhere I see, man, in Detroit, there's a bunch of Trumpers and mass bunch of Trumpers, like, and people just wearing their hats. Like I said before, like I have seen literally no Harris support. Like not a single T-shirt, not a single hat.
That's what I was saying with the Cruz Allred race. Like I thought the Allred was more palatable to me, but like when I remember with Beto, like Beto was everywhere, right? Like it was even more than like the Trump and the Kamala and the Biden stickers, right? And like I didn't see any Allred this time, and I just kind of like in my gut was like, all right, I live in a pretty Democrat town. If they're not posting like Allred everywhere, he's not winning. And I mean, same thing I think you're saying with this one. I haven't seen anybody that's just like, ooh, Kamala for the win.
Oh yeah, Boston went all blue, or Massachusetts went all blue. Yeah.
Yeah, Massachusetts is one of the most blue states in the whole country, right? I mean, I can never say never, but like it's not going to be. There's 0% chance it was going to go red this time around.
I'm looking at Michigan on the ABC News thing. So when I'm clicking on Wayne County, these results don't seem legit. 126,000 votes for Harris and then 8,000 for Trump. I'm like,
Again, it could just be there's a massive rural-urban divide, and so these apartment complexes are full of a bunch of blue voters, and they don't have a lot of signs out, and they don't have a lot of merchandise, et cetera, just because of the nature of where they live. But if you're like if you live out in the farmland, I mean, you can put signs anywhere you want, and so I think that there's the perception of more support that having a rural base kind of grants you.
All right, okay, do you guys think he's going to take it? Do you think Trump's going to take it, or what do you guys like? What are your feelings?
I think Trump's going to take it.
19. What states are supposed to go to like Kamala? So Oregon went, California went, Washington maybe.
So
Washington is 59% Trump in terms of when I click. Holy shit.
Yeah, so Trump is doing 2 to 3 points better in Dane County, and Kamala is doing 2 points worse. And 91.5% is in already. Her only hope is the rest of Milwaukee, but it's not looking good for her there. Her percentages aren't as good as they need to be. So
right when they put her in,
it's over.
Yeah, right when they put her in, man, I was like, "There's no fucking shot."
Because I mean,
down 2 points in Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, she's down 2 points, but the most important thing is to look where she's down. So, like in the NBC thing, like you can look at like estimated remaining votes, and I mean, remember the whole state's going to be red, really, except for Milwaukee, and Milwaukee is only 53.8% of the votes are in. That's the only blue area that she has that actually has a significant amount of votes left. And it is a significant amount of votes, right? But the problem is her other stronghold, Madison, Dane County, she's not doing as well there as Biden did. And then,
hold that thought real quick, Lactoid. Hold that thought. We got President Trump calling in. Are you ready here? Is he in here?
Oh, no.
All right, keep going. I guess he's not. I don't think he's in here yet. Go ahead, Lactoid. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I do want to hear President Trump's projection when he's able to come in. But
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, with Milwaukee County, like she's not doing as good as Biden was either. And you have New York Times 89% chance of a Trump victory, and again, they're giving him the popular vote, right? If he wins the Electoral College and the popular vote, I mean,
He's been up 6 million. He's been up 6 million at least this whole time in terms of just like the popular vote.
Right, but I mean, we got to be careful about that because California really hasn't been counted yet. But we got to look at the projection, right? And the projection is saying, there's Trump's going to be ahead by 1% in the popular vote. I mean, a lot of people last time were saying, oh, he's not the real president because he didn't win the popular vote. What are they going to say now? I mean, he would have won the Electoral College. He would have won the popular vote. And Democrats have to be careful about how, if they want to make allegations of like voter fraud or whatever, because, they'll make them look like hypocrites.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, no. Like I said, you remove those two things, those two little issues for me, and I would have been a Trump voter all day. That's what most people, like I said, most people that I've heard talk, they're vote blue no matter who. Usually, everyone, even at work, like the average working person is definitely like a Trump guy. They're like, yeah, he speaks for the working man, and they feel it now. They I think what Majin was saying about people feeling disassociated with the Democrats after so many years of voting for them, like X amount of like a generation, they're like fucking over it.
Right. Yeah, and my feeling about this really is that we really dodged. I don't want to count our chickens before they hatch, but it's looking more and more like Trump's going to win, and I think we really dodged a catastrophe. Unless a libertarian wins the election, I'm not going to be happy like completely. But we did what had to be done.
All right. Yeah. No, I feel you. I mean, you're getting the closest that you can, and I can respect that.
And we talked about this on a couple Prime panels as well, right? Like it's just a question of philosophy as to voting, and this is really the first election in which my philosophy has been more of a utilitarian kind of get what you can get, as opposed to just the sort of hardline stance, which again is a perfectly respectable stance that like you and Prime have, for example. But
yeah. Well, I mean, you did it for the past two elections, so I can't really. You tried it, you took the stance, and now you're like, fuck it, I want, this is who I can see, this is who I see working with me. And I feel like if Kamala was, reached out to Elon Musk and Ron Paul, you'd vote there. No?
Oh, if hold on, to be clear, if Harris, if Kamala Harris had reached out to Elon and like got Elon and on board and Ron Paul and like had those same ideas and like went on Joe Rogan and like did all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're talking like considerably closer, and probably Kamala at that point, frankly.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking, but even then, like, it may not have been Trump at all. It may have been either third party or Kamala would have been on the table, right? But you just didn't see really any outreach or any kind of motivation to reach out to libertarians at all, right? I mean, she refused to go on Joe Rogan and have a conversation. And then, because she didn't have enough time. And then she goes on SNL and does these dumb, cringy skits.
Yeah,
it's like,
her not taking that Rogan interview was fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was so bad. And in fact, at the very least, she should have sent Walz, because Walz is like somewhat more charismatic, I think. But they didn't even do that. Right? They just completely.
No, should have went. Don't send the future VP to do that. That's just like so indicative of what like the whole campaign already was. Is like, hey, let's just let the VP handle it.
Yeah, no, true. But she had been doing that, right? She'd been sending Walz in for like the sort of the events that required some charisma because she doesn't have it, and Walz kind of does a little bit.
Or if she does, she puts on an accent for it. Anytime I've seen her doing those like campaign rallies, it literally was like her accent was switching side to side to side. It was insane.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you had a lot, and they'll call it code switching, but it just again came across as so inauthentic and very pandering. The whole campaign was pandering, right? Pandering to suburban white women, pandering to white men, right? White men for Harris. Have you seen? Remember those ads? Like crazy.
Well. I think it started from the very beginning when Biden won. Do you remember that? We did it, Joe. We did it.
Yeah.
Right? I think it started from then when people were like, who the fuck is this lady? And why is she just even like here?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Man, when are these these states going to be called? I mean, we're sitting. Georgia and North Carolina have barely moved at all in like an hour now.
I don't understand why it's not letting Modi's camera come on in here. Oh, it's because his camera's on in Discord.
Yeah, you can only have one. You can only have one cam running at the same time.
I can.
His camera's not in Discord. Well, at least I don't see it.
Is it running in OBS?
Do I have the room? Hold on. He says, "Do I have the room set on 2 people?"
No, I mean he's in the room. I can see him.
Sure, let me do start viewer call. Let's try this. No, that's not what I want. Set on 2 people, Modi? What do you mean by that?
Oh, look at Twitch learning from TikTok. Multi-streaming and viewer call-ins.
They're trying. It's buggy though. My internet's crashed like 3 times
TikTok. TikTok is the greatest place to stream outside of their fucking. You can't say a word on that TOS, man. It is obnoxious, but it is the best place to stream. Highest views.
With TikTok, you mean?
Yeah, because that's normally where I'd stream, and it is insane the reach you get.
Yeah, I'm skeptical of like the Chinese-owned stuff though.
Yeah, I feel you, but you got to play the game however it comes.
I hear you. All right, New York Times, Trump broke the 90% chance of victory.
When they say victory, they mean electoral?
Yeah, 90% chance of electoral victory, and they have an estimate that Trump's going to win the popular vote by 1.1%, but he very well could not, right? The range of estimates is much more likely that he won't get the popular vote, but he's still more likely than not going to get the popular vote, and he's significantly more likely than not going to win the whole election.
What was your question, Perry Queen? I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get Modi in here to do his Trump call-in, but we're having some technical issues, it looks like. Like it's doing the same thing it did to me and Lactoid earlier when we were trying to join in.
Why did the Harris campaign fail to court the women vote? She was so from my perspective, at least online, the fucking trad girls and the Republican girls just seem like they got it down. I mean, the whole Trump's granddaughter versus Kamala's stepdaughter like picture. It just kind of like seemed to me like it would recruit. It seemed like it recruited sane women versus like the typical like Democrat like liberal voter. Like the ad that they reached out to for Republican women was telling them, hey, like your vote's a secret. You can hide your vote. It just seemed like it was talking down like the whole time to Republican women. And so then you fired them up. They got up and they voted. And I don't think liberal women vote too often.
I don't think that did anything.
Lactoid, why do you think the women didn't come out to vote for Kamala?
I just put an answer in chat. I think that when it comes to the abortion issue specifically, Trump moderated the RNC position on abortion considerably to basically not even be one of national pro-life agenda, but to be one of leave it up to the states, right? I mean, that is a pretty moderate position, all things considered. When Vance was talking about abortion and women generally, he came across incredibly well. I thought he came across as very conciliatory. He came across as kind, I think, and that was sort of the aura of the campaign moving after that. And I think the Dems' position here was actually relatively extreme, right? 9-month abortion allowed up to the day of birth with no medical reason necessary. The average American is not on board with that, right? Because it's so transparently homicide. But that is what Tim Walz signed into law in Minnesota. And so like their position's kind of extreme, and they lied a lot about the Republican position too.
Gibbs, you were trying to say something?
I need to remove. I'm sorry. I'm just going to do a technical thing here real quick. I'm going to do this last shot because I know Modi's getting frustrated. I am too. I'm going to try. Let me remove Modi real quick, and then I'm going to invite him back in. And then if that doesn't work, then I guess Modi will just give up on this. And then as to your question, Yeah, I think that basically Echo the Tradwives really were pushing. I think that the state, like, I don't know, it seems like it's a big issue, but it doesn't seem to mobilize like it is. I don't know why that is. Maybe people are just like, maybe the economy is such a big factor that it's offsetting it.
Gibbs, if it's not working, just have him leave the Discord and do the call-in viewer.
Oh, he got it. It's coming on. I see the screen now. It's a black screen.
Yep, there we go. And have neither of you seen the any like clips or trailers from the Apprentice movie?
No, I haven't.
What? That is so surprising. I've been getting flooded with them, especially today, and it looks good. And for a movie to have come out like 4 days, I think it came out Friday or Thursday night. Before and that was a great look. That was a great look to have.
Oh, he got it. He got it right as I gave up. Fairy Queen, hold that time. All right, we got President Trump in here, bro. Literally, I typed "fuck it, I give up" right when he comes in.
Does he even have the spray tan? Holy shit!
Yeah. I don't know.
Hello.
President Trump, how are you doing today? How are you feeling about the election?
I'm feeling amazing. Frankly, we're winning. It's huge. Too big to rig. Frankly, Kamala, cheated Kamala, can't rig the election. I'm already popping champagne. Frankly, where's the pussy?
Nice. Are you saying you're grabbing this election like you would, like you're grabbing by the pussy? Is that what you're doing?
Let me tell you, the locker room banter was way harder than this election. I always knew I was winning. I grabbed Kamala by the pussy, consensually, of course.
Yeah.
President Trump. What are your thoughts on the Kamala Harris campaign, saying that they like the way the votes are going and they believe that they're having a strong performance?
Well, Kamala's a liar. Okay, frankly, she's been lying all day, all night, just like my trash man routine. She's garbage. Put her in the trash. Okay, she lies, steals. She's just like Admiral Gibbs when he sees someone else's fridge. Just takes away. Okay? And we're winning the election by miles. Georgia, Kansas is looking incredible, frankly. The Latino voters are up. The Mexicans love Trump. I love Mexico.
What's your favorite item from Mexico? What do you like to eat? Like
tacos! I love the tacos. Birria tacos. Quite nice they are. I might even open my own truck and drive around the neighborhood to celebrate my win. It's a victory lap at this point.
Why do you think you have such a high female turnout compared to Kamala?
I mean, look at me. The Don's just got that about him. I'm no longer the apprentice. I'm the master. The women love the Don. The Don loves the women. Clearly, Kamala doesn't like women. She hates them. And she's a liar and a thief.
President Trump, which state do you feel most comfortable in terms of the swing states?
The prostate. They're actually just kidding.
Jeez.
Could you tell me a couple here? Off the top of my head, I'm just so excited about winning. I forgot the states.
Well, so one of them was just called for you by AP, North Carolina, and I think that means me and Gibbs have to do a shot, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's right.
Let me have a look at the map here. Okay, wow, 230 points, just so far ahead. Very happy about Georgia. Very happy about the Carolina. I feel Virginia. We had Virginia for a while there. Bunch of virgins. Clearly going to Kamala's side now. Very, very confident about Arizona. It's ours. Arizona is all ours. They can't take it. Come and take it. 70-76. Cheers to the shots. Frankly, Donald Trump might do a shot with you right now. Donald hasn't drank for 14 days.
What does the Don drink? What does the Don drink?
The Don hasn't drank for 14 days. Has to, the Joe Rogan interview had to be real sober for that. The Fireball, because we're on fire, quite frankly. And I would like to say thank you for my amazing patriots, Lactoid, Admiral Gibbs, Medal of Honor for you two. Frankly, people like you are why America's going to become great again, frankly.
President Trump, not to contradict you, because I'm not saying anything you say is wrong, but haven't you said before that you never drink?
Frankly, this election's been real stressful for the Don. A lot of false rumors, a lot of bad things happening. You know, if you're going to... my mama always said, Don... When I was 5, she said, Don, if you're ever going to drink when you enter presidency for the second time. Now here I am, winning the election. Frankly, nobody is winning the election quite like us.
Sorry, Don. Woo! Skiztech, thanks for the subs. Get that. Woo! And thanks for
nice.
Wow.
There we go. There we go.
Thank you for supporting the conservatives on Twitch. Thank God somebody
Can I just say, Skiztech, W-Skiz, the Don... The numbers have been great today, haven't they not? The Don is spreading the love on Twitch. Lactoid's numbers, the Gibbs numbers, the Don's numbers. We're all going to be filthy rich, less taxes. Kamala is going to be put in jail next to crooked Hillary. Comrade Harris, she's nobody's friends, frankly.
Comrade Harris, are you saying that you think that the Bidens are in bed with China?
I don't know who they're in bed with, but it's not me.
Whoa.
And let me tell you, one thing about China, they say Kamala was actually made there because she's fragile. The way we're breaking her campaign, so easy, so quick. The United States has never been more powerful.
President Trump, somebody named Skiztech just gifted a bunch of subs to somebody named Modi's channel. That's very kind of him.
Sounds like a great guy, Skiztech. You know, I might call my kid Skiz. I almost called Baron Skiz. Great name. What a great guy. Normally I don't get too into the monetary. I'm a billionaire.
Hey, gifted to Lactoid too.
Hey, Skiztech.
Skiztech's a real friend of conservatives.
This is the man, dude. This guy's the man. Holy shit.
You defend
okay, you got me. It's my alt account. The Don likes to spread love on Twitch.
Woo! Everybody, hey, Lactoid, can we get a woo for Skiz?
We can. All right, you ready?
Let's hear it. I want to hear your woos.
Oh God, my woos are very bad. My woos are not nearly as exciting.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's get a woo.
Oh God. Well, now I'm self-conscious.
I'm gonna end the shared chat soon, Legend, my brother.
Who the fuck was that?
Just yell woo.
Woo!
Yeah,
there we go.
You gotta get the Ric Flairs, right? You know.
Wait, I've been double feeding this whole time.
that was the wooiest woo I can do.
Yeah, it was something. It's a start. We'll work on it.
I'll give you a woo. Woo.
Is it Brianna woo?
That might have been the best woo ever. Woo.
Of all the woos.
Short and precise. I like Ric Flair. I like the way he does things. A ladies' man. Just like me, apparently, with all the states. A ladies' guy. The Don. Tell your mother that I'll call her later.
So President Trump, other than North Carolina, which you just masterfully defeated Kamala in.
It was easy.
What other states are you feeling the best about right now?
Honestly, very happy about Wisconsin. That's ours for the taking. Michigan, it's going to be a landslide, frankly. Only 36% of people have voted, and let me tell you, the rest of them are going to vote Trump. No more votes for Kamala. I've heard sources, many people in Michigan. I got people on the streets. They say, Michigan, Wisconsin are yours, Don. Pop the champagne, frankly. I'm a big statistics guy, but I'm a big people guy. And word on the street is, Michigan is ours. I'll do a shot for Michigan.
Cheers, Mr. Trump.
Whoa! Sends me back to the 20 years. Oh my God!
Yeah, we're all big fans here, Mr. President Trump. We all got your memorabilia everywhere.
Nobody's a bigger fan than me of you guys. Wow, look at them hats. Look at them handsome gentlemen. My fans, not even my fans, my friends. Believe me, you guys look so good in those hats. I might even take a picture.
Wow, Skiztech, thank you.
I'm going to send that to Ivanka. She'll love the hats.
Skiz is clearly, you know what Skiz is doing? He's doing what Polymarket's doing, and he's putting his money in the conservative corners because he knows Trump's going to win. That's what he's doing. He's feeling confident. More Githans all around.
Hey, have any of you bet on this election?
I didn't. Gibbs bet on Kamala.
Yeah, because I got 67% odds. I was like, hey, these are too good odds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait a minute here. Just heard that Admiral Gibbs, my friend, my closest friend for many years, I know Gibbs. Way back when I was 5 years old, I know Gibbs. He's all just like me. Voting for Kamala. What's going on here, Gibbs?
Not voting.
He gave the vote for Trump. He hopes he loses the bet. He wants to lose the bet.
I knew
He wants that chance.
Hey, Don, listen.
You know
I
what?
knew.
Believe me.
I knew you were going to save me so much money.
Listen, okay, you want to lose the money. You know who else wanted to lose the money? Biden. Frankly, you real like a Biden guy right now.
Nah, we're just playing. Listen, you can respect playing both sides. It's called strategic.
What are you trying to say? The Don's gay?
No,
Let me tell you, the only guy that I like is USA, okay? It's a whole guy, one big guy. We're all the big guy here, frankly. How's my tan looking? Am I looking good?
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful President Trump. And
Okay,
look,
so Missouri, voters in Missouri, the first state to make abortion illegal, approved a constitutional amendment that protects abortion in state law. They just did it 42 seconds ago.
Wow. And also voted for the president here, overwhelmingly.
Hey, do you have any questions for President Trump, Destiny? We got Trump on screen right now. Yeah, you got to ask President Trump a question. Here you go.
This is one of your female constituents, President Trump.
A Mexican lady. Love it.
24. That's all I gotta say.
Wow, you're fired. Get out of my hotel.
Hotel? Wait a minute. Weren't you living here for the past 2-3 months on the couch?
Hey, that's right, folks. You heard it here first. President Trump has been living with Papa Gibbs for 3 months. That's right. I have the move. I have the sauce.
Clearly,
Sounds like a
Donald Trump.
Republican he is.
Clearly, that Trump doesn't have the housekeepers on his side. I paid them very well at Trump Tower, frankly.
Oh, that might be more Papa Gibbs problem. We don't pay the housekeepers very well around here.
I was sleeping on the couch. It was a great couch, Gucci.
Gucci couch.
A Gucci couch.
Da Vinci.
It was a masterpiece. Frankly, my back has never been better. I went to the doctor. They said, "Wow, it's almost like you're 50 again, Don. I feel 40." Do we have any more questions for Don before Don has to leave?
Yeah, any more questions? Any more questions for the Don? Yeah, she wants to know what your diet was like. Yeah, was it Ozempic, President Trump?
Frankly, I don't even know what Ozempic is, but it's a great theme song, frankly. And if I was on Ozempic, believe me, I'd be the best Ozempic user, but I'm not. But if I was, don't you think the Don's looking a little slim these days?
Something like, yeah. Is it because of Kamala's economy? You can't afford food now?
Even I'm struggling. I went to the supermarket today. They say, "Wow, $55 for 2 eggs." Joe, Sleepy Joe. Crazy. It's a dark world out there, frankly. But I'm going to make America great again. Thank you for having me on this wonderful stream. A lot of stops to go to. I've got to go laugh at Hassan Piker real quick. What a bad guy that guy is. He should be banned from the platform.
What about Destiny? Are you going to say Destiny as well? Destiny? Anybody else?
The other
Your
Destiny.
housemate Destiny or the actual Destiny?
No, not this Destiny.
Because they can both go. Frankly, Destiny can stay banned. They could all stay banned. I don't want Destiny on my side. He's a little short guy who says the M word. And I don't do that. No, we don't. We're very nice people here at the Trump administration.
Oh, well, thank you so much, President Trump.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. Make America great again. Make sure you keep tabs. Give these guys some subs for supporting the Don. What a guy. Goodbye, guys.
All right. Thanks so much. All right, everybody. That was Modi 201. If y'all didn't know, I will post this thing here.
What?
Make sure I go find him. Yeah, Modi 201. The Don was actually. So y'all aren't following him for all y'all's up to date. Skiz, thanks so much for supporting all of our communities. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It is Donald Trump. It is Donald Trump.
Shout out Skiz.
Yeah,
he and Modi are he's helping him out.
Yeah. You bring up Destiny Gibbs. I think that whole progressive victory shit was a detriment.
Destiny beside me, Destiny or Destiny?
No, Destiny.
Okay.
I think that whole progressive victory stunt was was a detriment to Democratic voters. I think that lost them. That lost DGG a few votes.
You think so? I can see that.
I mean, with the way that they operated, the way they were shit talked when they actually got together, it was like just a big creep show. Apparently,
I'll be honest with you, and I was telling Lactoid this earlier. I'm like the last person you should ask about. I didn't even know DGG was a thing. I thought that meant like Dick Riders United or something. I don't know. I had no idea. It's like, or I thought it was maybe like a skateboarding thing, and then I found it was this. I didn't even know who Destiny was until like I met him in Vegas with Wicked. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was a video game. So whenever y'all sit here and are telling me there's so and so's, I couldn't tell you anything about that organization. I will say I think that Progressive Victory's mixed messages hurt them quite a bit. I don't know how I want to like say that they're actually influencing the election, but I think they're like a microcosm because they're like very big in our corner of the web, at least. Like we have, like all these people that are like in our group are basically our Twitch poll group that are all Progressive Victory associated, and they all have very different messages, and some of them seem like they're competing with each other. And they're mutually exclusive. And
I wonder how much of that's intentional, though, right? Like
that's a good question.
Like a good cop, bad cop kind
DEI.
of like thought process.
I don't know about that.
DEI.
See, here's the thing where I disagree. Like I could see that if they were doing like a Juan, what's his name from Fox News, like Juan, where he's like always the left leaning guy for him. But it's different. Like if Connor was doing that, like, or if they had like me out there being the far like whatever. I'm not a Progressive Victory, but like say they had someone that was like a real extreme like right winger, right? They could go and do that. I think they use some of us that way. But it's different when I see like Brianna Wu. I guess she might not be in it no more. But then like Hutch and like Econo Boy have different issues, and then Wick has different ones, and then Prime has got a different one. And yeah, I think this shows like disunity, and it shows I don't think it's like organized disunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, which I think you were suggesting. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I mean, mainly the point that she wasn't in it, right? She was like the biggest, wasn't she? Like the donor, she was the front runner. She's the one who grouped everyone together and then left. And it's like, because then everyone started becoming anti-progressive, like the past 6 months, it seems. From the progressive side, like no one wanted to be associated as a progressive anymore.
Well, I think it's because the election people move more moderate in general. Well, maybe not most people, but like I think the average voter does.
I don't know. We had a lot of people leaving the left lately, right? And it seems to be because of like the whole progressive, like the progressive values, not Progressive Victory specifically, but like progressives have seemed to be crazy. I mean, according to the AP, it said that like half of like voters think the trans rights like issues have gone too far.
Well, let's ask the former tanky here. What is too far?
I'm sorry. Can you re-ask the question?
Yeah, I said let's ask the former tanky. What is too far?
For what?
So on the AP, it said about half of voters said support for transgender right has gone too far.
Oh, sure. I think that so Megyn Kelly went on and endorsed Donald Trump yesterday, like day before the election, and she walked up on stage, and Megyn Kelly is pretty well spoken, and I think that she did him a lot of favors actually among women voters. Honestly, just the way that she was able to talk and explain herself and why she supports Donald Trump. But she was talking a lot about specifically women's sports and women's locker rooms, etc. And that is, I think, a motivator for the women who are somewhat on the right, or even women that are somewhat centrist, and they're just like, well, in their mind, like this just doesn't make any sense. Why do they have to be in my locker room or bathroom, etc. Right? They don't really fully get on board with the trans kind of debate, right? They don't really get involved in that, and they're just more concerned as to, it just feels weird to them. And so, there's going to be some amount of women that, to them, that is like the Democrats have just been going too far. I think that the thing that really hurt them on this particular issue was like the free surgeries for trans inmates that everybody thought was a lie, and then they started hammering her on it because it was 100% true. And like all the fact checkers that said that Trump was lying beforehand, they had to go back and revise it and say, well, no, actually Trump was 100% right on that. It's just wild that that's a position you can hold. But, Kamala Harris held it, and she was stuck in a catch-22. How do you take back that position, right? If you take back that position, it's going to be seen as transphobic, and you lose some of your base. If you don't take it back, you're going to lose some centrist women. So you're stuck. And
Well,
I think that hurt her.
I think that the turf thing is a big point too. Like people are told, some people like me, I have trans friends. I don't like particularly have like issues with I'm an individual libertarian, right? Like I want people do whatever they want in their own home. I don't care. However, I have a problem when it comes to combat sports. And just today they came out and said, hey, that boxer, for example, is a man that won a gold Olympics. And then the UN put out last week, 900 female athletes have been not able to receive medals due to biological men competing. And you see this, and you see some of this ideology. And I think that if you're religious, it's hard, even with the abortion thing for women, especially. I think that when you see this real far right, like what seems like an attack on everything that you value, and they're destroying what should be a protected category of women already. The reason why we don't have women in men's sports, women can compete in men's sports. It's that they physically can't. That's why we only have one in what we've had. I think we had one D2 college linebacker that's a woman recently, and we've had 4 or 5 college D1 college kickers, right, for shitty teams, and they were women. And that's it. There's a reason why you don't see them playing QB or linemen, right? They're just not built the same. And it's kind of like saying, hey, I don't know. I feel like when you just go so radical to the point that even some people on your side are going, this is too far, that's when you start losing people. They just added North Carolina, huh? All right. Let me update my map. I'm trying to only update with official called states on this map that I got going here.
Virginia
or pretty much official.
Kamala.
Virginia to Kamala, North Carolina is Trump. I'm surprised he got. I guess maybe I wasn't surprised. I had that one as a maybe. Georgia's not called. How about what else is called? Anywhere else?
No, all I got's Virginia. I'm waiting for that Michigan call. Michigan's been neck and neck.
What about New York? Let's see. I'm gonna just put New York. No, New York's not flipping. We're gonna go to blue on New York.
Yeah, New York for sure.
Maine will be New York or blue. New Hampshire, blue, right? Connecticut, probably blue. Jersey.
Doesn't New Hampshire have that whole live free or die movement or whatever?
The libertarian movement.
Yeah.
You think New Hampshire goes? You think New Hampshire goes red, Blacktoid?
I don't.
He's
all right.
No,
So
I don't think so. I'm really disappointed about Virginia. I mean, if Virginia would have gone Trump, that would have been icing on the cake. But
yeah. So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fill out my map. I got Maine. I'm putting blue. Vermont, New Hampshire, Delaware, Connecticut. What about Maryland?
Maryland is for sure blue, but Maryland's already called.
All right. So Maryland. Okay. I don't know if you want to look at my Twitch and tell me if my map is right so far.
You're close.
I'll take a look.
Yeah.
You're close.
What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing some stuff. If Talks has got 230 something. I mean, I'm trying to put only what's for sure. I mean, Mississippi will be red, right?
Ohio red.
I'm not gonna put Ohio until it's done.
Ohio pretty much is done, isn't it? I think it's.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ohio's been called.
Yeah, Ohio's red.
What about Iowa? Iowa's one of the swing states,
yeah,
right?
Iowa's called for Trump.
Iowa red. Oh yeah, Iowa red. Sorry.
Oklahoma.
Red.
Arizona, not called yet, right?
Arizona's not called yet.
New Mexico, not called. Nevada, not called. Kansas.
No, wait,
Kansas.
New Mexico and Colorado are both called, and they're both called for Harris.
New Mexico is called for Harris.
And Colorado.
Okay, Colorado is called for Harris. What about Kansas?
Kansas is called for Trump.
Okay. New. What is above that? Nebraska red.
Well. Yep, and then Trump.
Minnesota. All the way up.
All the way up. Minnesota is not called, but it's probably going to go to Harris.
Yeah, it's blue. Wisconsin seems likely for red. Michigan seems likely red.
Well, if he gets both of those, then he doesn't need to.
And then Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho are all red, and so is Utah.
All right, I got that. All right, perfect. So 235 to 26, Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, PA, and Georgia. That's what we're waiting on.
Yep, just basically all the swing states except for North Carolina.
If he gets any two of the Rust Belt, he wins.
And just to be clear here, Polymarket, 97% Trump, 3% Kamala.
What's Polymarket?
It's a betting site.
Yeah, what is Kalshi at?
I don't have it up. Let me take a look.
Wait, was there betting on the last election or no? Was there online?
Yeah, there's been betting on elections since 1980.
No, I meant to this magnitude, like online betting through like fucking stake.
I mean, yeah, for sure. There was online betting. I don't know to this magnitude, but there was definitely a lot of online betting.
Because like an 18-year-old kid came up to me and was like, "Yo, should I bet on like Trump to win?" Or it says if I bet on him to lose, I'll get like $280. And it's like, I don't know if this is good. If these kids like lose their money on bets on like this, that's gonna be a fucking shit show.
Oh, and then just so
I think it was like 100. Just like something like 1.2 million so far in bets or more.
Oh, it's well more than that. We're talking probably over $1 billion.
I think 1.2 billion is what I meant to say. I just didn't want to.
No, that's fine.
Throw out the Billy.
On Kalshi, Trump's at 94% and Kamala's at 6%. I mean, it's just brutal. It's just brutal.
No, it really is.
Oh, it's very satisfying. I'm waiting though until we get almost in, and then we're in my Discord type of if you want to join us.
Oh, and I know we're not doing a full celebration mode. Obviously, we got to wait until things are called. But like, I mean, things are looking very bad for.
Just let me know when you're in. Ty, I'll move you.
It is.
Also, this is a public one y'all can see. I don't know, like on mine now. Y'all can see. We're in the room. Y'all can see us in. But join in EVC. I don't think you enjoy that, right? Ollie, I like that you have become a you have similar but not quite as radical takes as Empowered Man, and I don't have to worry about you TOSing. Real glad that you're around.
No, man, I'm not.
And no homo. You're better looking and younger, you know. So
Yezerski, but no, I only go crazy on Twitter because it's competing against the other crazies.
Yeah, and the TOS is much more lenient than Twitch.
Yeah, that part too, right? I wouldn't come and fuck with your guys' channels. I mean,
yeah, yeah, good. You know, I was getting worried because the other chat was getting big. I feel like sometimes when you get these larger chats, eventually people somebody just snaps.
No, there's no need to like go unhinged. I mean, even in my debate with Wick, I feel like I was pretty calm.
All right, well, I'm just gonna give a congratulations to these gentlemen over here. It looks like you guys took it.
It's not done yet, Ty. I don't trust none of it.
I'll take the congratulations because it's looking that way pretty.
Hey, if
it's looking pretty decisive, like he's up like over 3 points across the board, like
everywhere, man.
I just want to say, if he wins, crazy like a fox, Gibbs, prophetic. I'm pretty pleased. Pretty pleased. Also, if you're wrong again, I'm gonna make a new voting index. I'm gonna start asking your opinion on all sorts of people.
I am wrong again, dude.
It's gonna be the Tiberius voting metric. That's the TVM.
Tiberius, what was your map? I'm out of curiosity. Where did you have the different swing states going?
I had the southern swing states going for the Dems and the northern ones going for the Republicans.
So you still had the Republicans winning the election?
I had the Dems winning by 6, I think is what it was.
Did you have Pennsylvania going to the Dems?
No, I had that going to the Rebs.
How? Hold on.
The Rebs.
Did you get Arizona and Nevada to the
not the Rebs?
Dems?
Yes. The Republicans. Not the Rebs.
No, the Reps.
Yeah, not the Rebs. I got you. I got you there. He tried to get that in there. I heard him. Nah.
Think someone will sell out to the left. I hate you. Anyway, fuck. No, I thought the southern states, because they've got like a shitload of people moving into them, that they were going to hold for the Dems, and they were going to see more growth in North Carolina for the Dems. But I thought that the Republican messaging was going to work a lot better for the Rust Belt, and the Rust Belt was going to like actually turn out for the Republicans. Yeah, it doesn't look like it looks like the whole messaging for the Rust Belt was just effective everywhere, which I can totally buy that.
Bomb threat emails came from Russian email domain. What?
So
culprit's not necessarily Russian.
Yeah, like like there's only a handful of places that have picked up like Democratic votership, but somehow, some way, he's gotten literally like everyone in the sticks to turn out. Like we're at like what 65% vote, like normalized voter turnout now, and like the vast majority of them are literally people who live 5, 10, 20 minutes from town.
Wait, say it again. The last part.
I'm just like kind of digesting like who's actually showing up and how much. It's going to be a bigger turnout than 2020, right? Even more people are showing up, but it's everyone from the sticks that's showing up. Like, we thought these people were tapped out. No, they found their cousin Billy over here, and he'll fucking vote for Donald Trump. Like, damn, dude, I didn't know people from the sticks could even show up in numbers like this. Like, I was doing the numbers on my own county. Like, more than half of the active population of my county showed up, and, you know, like 70% of that vote or 80% of that vote was Republican.
Also, Jeb 10, the reason why we're not going off one is, yeah, you gotta let him dangle. You gotta let him give enough rope to, you know, I'm not gonna finish that joke. But secondly, the other thing is, you know, you don't count your chickens before they hatch, right? Like, you know, we're wait. Listen, the chickens ain't coming home to roost yet. I heard the fat lady. You know, once I'm sure
this is
that
remarkably humble of you.
Yeah, no, well, you say that now. Once we're confidently enough up, then we're gonna get them, and it's gonna be biblical. I'm just saying, there's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth and tearing of clothes. Oh Lord, let me tell you. But not until.
Bro, Bucks County in Pennsylvania is with 55% in, and it's literally tied.
But listen,
wow.
We get them. If it goes, I'm telling you. Yeah, see, exactly. It's tied. It's like there's still like a lot of time left on the clock. A&M 2 weeks ago was down.
They're getting huge turnout in like the suburbs too for Trump. Like,
well, that's what I keep saying. It's the economy. Like, the economy and immigration. Like, immigration wasn't an issue until the southern states started busing people everywhere. And then that became an issue. People are like, oh, it's actually a problem. But the bigger one is the economy. Like, people just know it's bad. Credit card debt's the highest there been. We have a housing crisis. Maybe that's not the worst ever been. But we're at a 15-year high for homelessness. People are like, that's not a direct indicator. Seems like an indicator to me. 21.7% increase in groceries. And then gas is 40 cents to $1 higher in most of the United States. If you go to the store and it's this shitty, you can't go home and then listen to somebody go. No, and then everybody you know has got like 2 jobs, and then they go, oh, we're not going to include a second job unless it's 40 hours a week. Like, you can't be told to eat shit so many times and then be like,
Well, okay, so this is the part that I don't get. So, like, you know, convince me of your correctness. Why is it that I expected this vote to happen in 2020 and the Democrats overperformed, and now, like, Republicans are overperforming like 2 years after I expected it?
It's the pandemic. I mean, there was a catastrophe happening.
The fear.
When people have a catastrophe happening, the immediate response is quick change leadership. Change, right? And Biden was able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, I think that
even in 22, when like inflation was through the fucking roof, right? That was
Roe versus Wade. There was a concern like, oh God, everything's going to change, and then 2 years later, it's like, well, it's actually not all that bad. So there was that sort of kind of hysteria, frankly, wore off, and again, that issue is not as powerful for them anymore.
Even with Roe v. Wade, people were like, oh, it's a red ripple instead of a wave. I feel like what we read was that people were dissatisfied with Republicans. What we should have read is that the Republicans are weathering the storm. It's that even with this big issue, they still made incremental gains. That's what I think it's going to tell us looking back, as opposed to what we thought was this issue's fuck Republicans. It's a poison pill. I think that's a better analysis now looking at it. Based off what's going so far with that. Now, if Trump doesn't win, then I'm totally fucking wrong. But it seems like the rest of the shit is going pretty Republican way as well, sitting in the House.
So, is it me, or are we actually having like an anti-federal push right now? It's just
it definitely is that. It's a populist push, like from both sides. I mean, that's what the progressives are. They're a populist push. The socialists, they're populist. Trump is populist, but he's not on that side. He's more on slightly on the right. I mean, I don't know about super on the right, but he's like more right than these guys. So, like, yeah, it's a populist upswell against the establishment and this established status quo, in my opinion. I think that the progressives and the socialists and some of the far left things are the left's answer to what Trump is, and Trump is the same, but they're both coming from the same root issues, is dissatisfaction with the status quo and the classism, I think.
No, like, I get it, dude. Like, I've got a level of that anger because, like, I am kind of the example of a lot of these people, right? I got to 30 and, like, I'm like, hey, I got to completely reinvent my life, because if I don't, you know, like I'm gonna be in hell. But like I'm just on that Sigma grind set, and I'm like, yeah, like my bills aren't the best right now, sure. And the last 4 years have been hard, but like that, I'm gonna be real. Like a lot of the J6 shit, 100% was real to me. Like we're flirting way too close with shit that I don't want to. But apparently, like you'll have to give me this. Like Lactoid, you didn't act like this was such a big deal. Like you got to convince me of this, man, because like it don't work for me.
Well, it wasn't, but here's the thing. The American voter also didn't think it was a big deal, right? And there was so much political capital put into that.
So is it really just, hey, that was 4 years ago, like you are not doing a